Hello students, this is Rajiv again, and this would be the first video of mine in terms of we're getting into the subject matter of physics. So in this chapter we would be fundamentally covering the first chapter of class 11th, which is nothing but the physical world, units, dimensions and measurements, right? So if you have gone through my previous video, I have already given the flow of topic, the roadmap that we would be following for this chapter, right? So if not, you can pretty well go over there and go through that. And here we would be discussing in detail about those topics. Okay, so the learning outcome statement of this video would be the students and the intended students are predominantly class 11 students. Anyone else who wants to go through it is fine, but then my intended audience is class 11 students who have just come out of class 10th and starting into physics, right? So the learning outcome statement is A, the students should be able to comprehend what the physical world is, right? Various physical quantities, okay? And please notice I'm talking about comprehending, I'm not talking about defining. In my limited scope, I would not concentrate on defining what physics is, and I don't think that's pretty much needed as well, okay? And then the students should be able to understand what are fundamental physical quantities and what are derived physical quantities, okay? After this, they should be also able to understand how do we measure them in terms of units, different system of units, the MKS, CGS, FPS and all, okay? Then the students should also be able to deduce dimensions of these physical quantities. Students, please take a note of these terms. So when you are reading through any of the books that you are referring, please concentrate on these terms. So that's why I'm writing them on the learning outcome statement, and you can use it as a checklist at the end of the video, okay? So you should be able to deduce dimension of various physical quantities and use them for its three most famous uses, right? So what are the three uses of dimension analysis? And we would see some practice problems, and you should be able to use them to do three important things. So, and what are they? I have already talked about in my flow of topics, and we will get into deep details once we are to that point, right? And then we will also talk about the limitations of dimensional analysis, and here we would take a logical pause while I will be taking up the next three topics that are order of magnitude, right? Your errors in measurements and significant digits. So these three things intentionally I want to group them up into the next topic, and we will be doing a lot of practice problems in these, right? So this will be our learning outcome statement. So I take a bit of pause if you want to note down anything, and then let us move on to the details of it, okay? So dear students, before we start into the physical quantity and all, right, let's just spend few minutes to talk about what do we understand or comprehend by the term physics, right? So and obviously this is something not very new to us. Had it been very new, probably we are not the right intended audience for this, because we should have already studied something or other about physics in our class 10th, and then we are aiming for class 11th and 12th science studies, right? So yeah, so obviously physics is physics, to put it in a very layman's term that could be easy to understand. It's a study of matter, right? So if you look into its corresponding terms in either your Hindi or Sanskrit or any other vernacular language in India, you would come across a term called Padarth Vigyan or Vautiki, right? So which always connects it back to matter and energy, right? So by and large, the discipline of science, which fundamentally concentrates on studying various behaviors of matter, studying various physical phenomena around us, that how the different matters or different things that we are observing in the universe or in the nature, how are they interrelated, right? So to give a very simple example, let us take this example of when Rajiv is talking to you. So using the point of view of a physics student, let us try to understand what is happening here, right? So when Rajiv is talking to you, there are two things. A, you are able to see Rajiv, and you are able to listen Rajiv, right? So when I say you are able to see Rajiv, I hope all of you understand with your understanding up to class 10th that we can see something when light falls on it and light comes and hit our retina, right? So how does retina work? That would be more into the realm of biology, so I would not be talking about that. But the phenomenon just before that, that light is falling on this guy Rajiv, and then it is going and hitting your retina. So what is that behavior of light? That would be an important point of discussion in the realm of physics, right? Now let us take this discussion to one more level deeper, right? So when you are able to listen to what am I speaking, obviously that is for one fundamental reason, that when I'm speaking, my vocal cord is creating some vibration in the air, right? And that vibration is reaching your ears. And again, how your ear works, that's again in biology. I'm not gonna talk much about that. But the vibration that my vocal cord is creating, and concentrate on the word vibration, right? So that would be the study of physics, that what kind of vibration this guy is able to create. Okay, and you would have also noticed one question which used to be a very common question during our school days, that when certain birds, they start from their nest, we see as if they have opened their mouth and they start going. But with our understanding in class, in our school days, we understand that they create vibrations in such a frequency which is not in the range of human audible frequency, and that is the reason why we are not able to hear them. So you would have heard these terms, right? The supersonic and the ultrasonics, right? So obviously when Rajiv is talking to you and you are able to hear, he is creating vibrations. And now let us try to give it a little more physical shape, right? So when I say vibration, I am creating some wave, right? And that wave is propagating to you. Okay. Also, from your school studies, you know that waves do not move in vacuum, right? So when you are able to hear Rajiv, obviously between the creator of the sound and receiver, which is you, there is a medium which is nothing but air, and then the sound vibrations or the sound waves which I am creating, those vibrations created due to those waves are transmitted in that media and it is reaching you. Well, now here is a cap. right? Now you guys probably are across the world, so obviously I do not have enough of energy to create a vibration which would continue to get propagated to wherever you are. Had it been the normal case, for example, if I'm talking here 50 meters probably away from me, people would not be able to hear me, because I would not be able to vibrate air in a way that it gets propagated to 50 meters. So then how we are able to connect to each other? Here comes the next discipline of physics, and which is probably we can say kind of part of modern physics as well, but then there will be a debate on that, so let me not get into that. So what's happening is the light energy and the sound energy which I am creating, it is going and hitting an electronic circuit in my camera, right? So it has got a microphone, obviously it has got a camera, so light is being captured by my camera, sound are being captured by the microphone, and light is converting, sorry, the camera is converting the light energy into an electromagnetic energy, right? Similarly, the circuit attached to the microphone is converting that into the sound energy into an electromagnetic energy or electromagnetic wave, which is then being translated or transmitted through the satellite, through the networks, into your mobile devices or into your system via which you are watching this video, and then obviously there it gets reconstructed, and that is how, and then that circuit is again converting the electromagnetic energy back into light and sound energy, then it's hitting your eyes or your eardrums, and that's how you are able to hear and see me. So and when we talk to this example, we also touched upon some of the very important parts of modern physics, like your semiconductor devices, your electronic circuits, and things of that nature. Okay, so so this is just one example, and if so many principles can be derived in one example, then just imagine, guys, that we are living in a world where a lot of things are happening. So how many different phenomena could be there, right? And trust me, had all those phenomena been completely independent, completely unrelated, trust me, guys, probably human race could have not reached to the stage of civilization where it is, thanks to our nature, that though the things look very different, they have some pattern, some commonality. So for example, when I said light energy and sound energy, one energy, whether it light or sound energy, can get converted into a different energy, that is electromagnetic energy. Similarly, electromagnetic energy can be again converted back to light energy and sound energy, and that's how you are able to see and hear me. So remember, friends, that though at the outset the length and breadth, or you can say the scope of physics, can seem overwhelming, and yes, it is too vast, right? But then the good thing about physics is there are, or scientists have at least found out, that there are some common physical quantities which, if we observe, measure, correlate, express in the right directions, then probably a lot of these complex things can be explained in terms of some simple relationships at their grassroots levels. Yes, obviously presentations could be pretty different, but then at grassroots level there must be some very common or very generalized relationship among physical quantities, and that is what we will try to understand in these next 2 years. So first year students, don't get overwhelmed that oh, what, we are talking about so many different things right here, but then we would be talking about a lot of these things as we go into each and every topic. Okay, so I will not be talking about all the different forms of work, energy, power, force, everything right here in this chapter. We'll just be touching upon on the indexes, and as we move on chapter by chapter, and we will be touching different parts of physics. With every chapter, we'll spend 5 to 10 minutes on talking about its unit dimensions and all, right? So here I would take a pause on my effort of giving a try with physics to you folks, right? And again, I repeat, I have not used the word definition because I don't want to give you the definition, because obviously that's not my intent.